Welcome back to our kitchen. I'm Lauren and this is Brittany, and we're two of Festival's dietitians. And today we are sharing one of our wonderful Days Fresher produce picks and a really fun and unique way to use this produce pick.
Yes, so today we're talking about grapes, and we're going to be making a red grape chicken and pesto pizza. So I know that sounds like a unique combination, but it's honestly one of my favorite recipes.
Yes, so let's start by talking a little bit about grapes. Yes. So grapes come in lots of different colors.
Yep.
There are tons of different varieties of grapes. Today we just have the typical red and green here. But when you're choosing grapes in the store, it's really important to make sure you feel the grapes before you choose them. So you want to pick out grapes that are kind of firm and plump.
Right.
And that they're pretty well connected to the vine.
Right.
That they're still on there. So also something about grapes that's a little fun fact is that grapes are a type of berry, which a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And when you bring grapes home, you want to make sure that you put them in the refrigerator, of course, and they'll last for about a week.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice,
Yeah,
actually.
one of my favorite ways to eat them actually is freezing them. They'll last a little bit longer, and it's kind of a fun new twist, a different way to eat grapes.
Yes, definitely. So today we're kind of doing the opposite of freezing them, and we are roasting them in the oven, which caramelizes the grapes, brings out those really nice natural sugars, and makes it taste absolutely delicious.
And you know, that's one of the things I've learned this year is that cooking fruit really just brings out a whole new flavor profile with the fruit. So whether it's grilling or roasting, I can't get enough of it.
Well, let's get started then on our fabulous pizza.
Yeah, let's do it. So far all we've done is preheated the oven to 425 degrees, and then we've sprayed our pizza pan with nonstick cooking spray.
Yes, and today we are using a pre-made crust. So this is just our store brand. It's an essential everyday whole wheat pizza crust.
Love it.
You can find it in the pizza aisle at our stores. What's great about this pizza crust, two things. It comes in a pack of 2, which is nice. Good to have another one on hand.
2 pizza nights.
Yes, exactly. Or maybe you're making 2 pizzas at home for your family.
Right.
The other thing is that it's really actually pretty nutritious. It gets a great Nuval score of 93. And part of that is because it's a thin crust and it's really crunchy. You'll love it.
Right, and you could definitely use whatever pizza crust you prefer. We do have the whole wheat pizza dough in our bakery.
Yes, yep.
But I really like this because it's just a convenient option. So if you're making this on a weeknight or for a party, it's quick.
Yes, and you can even kind of turn it into a flatbread, which is what we're going to do a little bit today.
So our pizza sauce is actually pesto, and you could definitely make your own pesto. We do have recipes for that on our blog, but we're using just jarred pesto that you can find in the pasta sauce aisle. So pesto is really great because it's filled with a lot of really great ingredients. It has basil, which a lot of pestos do.
And good flavor.
Yes, really great flavor. And I love the way the basil comes through when you're cooking this pizza because the whole kitchen just smells fabulous.
Yes, so we've got our basil pretty well spread out. Excuse me, not our basil, our pesto. Our basil pesto pretty well spread out. So I think we're ready for our secret
grapes.
ingredient.
Yes. Now, this is where it's important to get those plump grapes that you were talking about because we have these grapes. So a little bit of prep work, but it honestly doesn't take that long. We're just going to spread them.
No, and something too you can get the kids involved with if they're of age to start using a knife, just slicing them in half, really simple.
Exactly, and you can add as many or as little grapes as you like.
Yes, so we're putting a lot on because we've tried this recipe and the grapes really make it because of the way that they're cooked. So we're putting quite a bit on.
All right, I'll let you go ahead and add the chicken.
Perfect. So we're also putting on some cooked chicken. So you could certainly use leftover chicken that you have at home that maybe you made earlier in the week. We're using a pre-cooked chicken from our meat department that comes in a packaged form. And even rotisserie chicken.
Right, shredded rotisserie chicken, whatever is most convenient for you. All right, I'm going to go ahead.
Getting this nice and uniform so everybody gets a piece with some protein-packed chicken on it.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right, I'm going to add some garlic. Now this is just chopped garlic. You could definitely use minced garlic from a jar. I do like the chopped garlic though because it's a little bit more rustic, adds a little bit more flavor, and it tastes really good when it's roasted in the oven.
And it smells delicious.
Yes. And then the next thing I'm adding is Belgioso, sliced mozzarella cheese, fresh mozzarella cheese. Belgioso is actually a local cheese company here in Green Bay. And I like using mozzarella for a couple of reasons. One, it's lower in fat. And 2, this fresh mozzarella, again, really brings out more of those rustic flavors that I look for in a pizza like this.
Yes, and as most people know, grapes pair fabulous with cheese.
Yes.
So this is a really good combination. And you can find this cheese right in our deli cheese island at Festival.
Yes, and it does come pre-sliced. We've just quartered it here to make it a little bit smaller, and easier to portion out on the pizza.
When it melts. Excellent. So now we're going to add in another cheese. So this is Romano cheese. And Romano cheese is very robust. So
Yes.
I mean, you can really smell it right now.
Yes.
So we're not going to put too much on, just a couple tablespoons to give it that flavor.
And it is a robust cheese, but it works really well on this pizza because there is that sweetness with the grapes. So it's a really nice balance.
Yeah, so that looks good for that. And our last ingredient then is going to be black pepper. Just a little bit over the top.
And this is just ground black pepper. You could definitely use red pepper flakes if you want a little bit more of a kick, but this is perfect for us. So now this is going to go in the oven for about 20 minutes or until the crust is nice and golden brown.
Yes, and the cook time really depends on what type of crust you're using. With this crust, it shouldn't take as long as a typical crust, but we've got some ready also.
Oh my gosh, and doesn't it look gorgeous?
It sure does.
We've jazzed it up a little bit with some chopped green onions. But as you can see, we've cut it into nice little bite-sized pieces. So this would be perfect not only for a meal, but if you wanted to make it as like an appetizer for entertaining.
Yes, I'm gonna give it a try.
Yes.
I got a grape on here. Pretty good.
Very crispy, I like it.
Well, we hope you give grapes a try on your next pizza.
And remember, you can always eat well with Festival Foods.